A woman who sleeps alone with no husband knows the weight of solitude in a way many will never understand. The nights stretch long and the silence presses in. She does not hear the breath of another beside her. She does not feel the warmth of a hand reaching for hers. The world tells her she is alone, that something is missing, that she is incomplete. But is that true? Is she truly without hope, without purpose, without the love she longs for? Or is there something greater waiting for her, something more powerful than what the world offers? Loneliness is a heavy burden. The world does little to ease it. It tells her she needs a man to complete her, that she is only valuable when she is chosen, when she is loved by another. But there is a love that surpasses all understanding, a love that does not fade, does not abandon, does not fail. There is a presence in her solitude, though she may not see it, though she may not always feel it. It is a love that is deeper than any human affection, stronger than any earthly bond. And it is calling to her. Many look at the woman who sleeps alone and assume she is missing something essential. They pity her, whisper about her, wonder why she has not been chosen, why she remains alone. They do not see what is hidden from their eyes. They do not see the battles she has fought, the strength she has gained, the peace that sustains her. They do not see the purpose unfolding in her life, the destiny that is greater than the world's definition of happiness. She is not forgotten. She is not forsaken. She is not without love. The nights may be long and the silence may grow heavy, but in that quiet she hears a voice that others drown out with the noise of the world. She hears the voice that calls her by name, that tells her she is cherished, that she is enough. She begins to understand that love is not defined by the presence of a man beside her, but by the presence of something far greater. She begins to see that she has never truly been alone. The world tells her that her worth is measured by the love she receives from another, but that is a lie. Her worth is immeasurable, not because of who loves her, but because of who she is. She was created with purpose, with value beyond what the world can comprehend. No ring on her finger, no last name change, no vows spoken before witnesses can define her worth. She is not forgotten by the one who knows every hair on her head, who sees every tear she has cried in the darkness, who understands the longing of her heart. And so she walks forward, not as a woman abandoned, but as a woman called to something greater. She does not lower her head in shame, but lifts it in confidence, knowing that she is not lacking. She is whole. She is complete. She is loved beyond measure. The world may not understand it. They may not see the unseen hand that guides her, the unseen love that surrounds her, but she knows. And in that knowledge, she finds peace. She does not settle for less than she was created for. She does not give her heart away in desperation, but guards it with wisdom, knowing that love, true love, is not something to be grasped at, but something that is given in its proper time. She does not rush into the arms of the wrong man out of fear of being alone, because she knows she is never truly alone. She does not trade her worth for fleeting affection, for temporary companionship, for a love that is conditional and weak. Her strength is in her patience. Her power is in her faith. She stands firm when the world tells her to waver, when it tells her she should compromise, that she should lower her standards, that she should settle for whatever comes her way. But she does not. She knows the value within her. She knows the depth of the love she carries. She knows she was made for more than what the world offers. And so she waits, not in bitterness, not in resentment, but in certainty. She does not fear the empty bed, for it is not empty. It is filled with peace. It is filled with the presence of something greater. She does not fear the whispers of those who wonder why she is alone. She does not fear the pitying looks of those who think she has been left behind. She is not behind. She is not forgotten. She is exactly where she is meant to be. And when the time comes when love is meant to enter her life, it will not come as a desperate grasp, but as a gift, as something pure, as something that does not take away from her strength, but adds to it. Until that day, she walks forward in confidence. She does not crumble in loneliness. She does not waver in doubt. She does not question her worth. She knows who she is. She knows that she is loved beyond measure, that she is held even in the moments when she feels most alone. She knows that her story is still being written, and it is a story of strength, of faith, of love that is deeper than any human affection. And so to the woman who sleeps alone with no husband, know this: you are not forgotten. You are not incomplete. You are not lacking. Your value does not decrease because of your solitude. Your worth is not determined by the presence of a man in your life. You were created for more than what the world tells you. Hold your head high. Walk with confidence. Love is with you. Purpose is within you. And you are never truly alone. You are deeply loved and never forgotten. Even in the quietest moments, even in the times when you feel unseen, even in the stillness of the night when your heart aches for something more, love surrounds you. It is not a fleeting love, not a love that wavers with human emotions, not a love that depends on whether someone chooses you or leaves you behind. It is not a love that is here today and gone tomorrow, not a love that falters when circumstances change, not a love that weakens with time. It is a love that has existed since before you took your first breath. A love that does not wait for you to prove yourself worthy. A love that remains steady no matter what you have done, no matter where you have been, no matter how broken you may feel. It is a love that is not earned, not bargained for, not conditional on how well you perform, how perfectly you present yourself, how much approval you receive from the world. It is a love that simply is, a love that never fails, a love that does not let go. You may feel forgotten by people, overlooked by those you care about, abandoned by those you trusted, but you are never truly forgotten. You were not created to be invisible. You were not made to live a life of insignificance. Every breath you take, every step you walk, every tear you shed is seen. There is one who knows every thought in your mind before you even speak it. One who sees the depths of your heart. One who understands the loneliness you carry even when you hide it from the world. You are not lost in the crowd. You are not just another face, just another soul wandering without direction. You are deeply known, deeply cherished, deeply loved beyond what you can comprehend. Human love is often fickle. It can be selfish. It can fail. People can disappoint. They can make promises and break them. They can say they love you and then walk away. They can vow to stand by your side and then choose someone else. They can change. They can forget. They can leave. And when they do, it can shake the foundation of your heart, making you wonder if you are truly worth loving at all. It can make you doubt your value, make you question if you are enough, make you believe that if you had only done something differently, if you had only been a little more, they would have stayed. But love, true love, is not built on conditions. It is not built on whether or not you were good enough to keep someone from leaving. It is not determined by how perfectly you fit into someone else's expectations. It is not something that can be taken away simply because another person changes their mind. The love that surrounds you, the love that holds you even when you feel most alone, is not like human love. It is not here one moment and gone the next. It does not leave when you are at your lowest. It does not abandon you when you have nothing to offer. It does not diminish when you make mistakes. It does not fade with time. It does not demand that you be perfect. It does not require that you prove yourself worthy. It does not punish you for the times you have failed. It is steady. It is unwavering. It is constant. It is love that has no beginning and no end. It is love that is not defined by human limitations. It is love that existed before you were even formed. Love that will never let you go. Love that has always seen you, always known you, always claimed you as its own. Many search for love in places that cannot truly satisfy. They look for it in relationships, in validation from others, in the approval of the world. They think if they can just find someone to choose them, if they can just be loved by another person, then they will finally feel whole. But no human being has the capacity to fill the deepest void within the soul. No person, no matter how much they love you, can complete you in the way you long to be completed. No relationship, no matter how strong, can replace the love that was meant to be the foundation of your life. People will fail you. They will misunderstand you. They will disappoint you. But true love, the love that never fails, is not found in people alone. Some have been hurt so deeply that they no longer believe in love at all. They have been betrayed, abandoned, rejected so many times that they have built walls around their hearts, unwilling to trust, unwilling to hope, unwilling to believe that they are worth loving. They have seen love fail. They have felt the sting of promises broken, of words spoken that were never meant, of affection given and then taken away. They have watched love slip through their fingers like sand destroying before they even had the chance to hold on to it. And so they convince themselves that love is not real, that it is a lie, that it is a fantasy meant only for others but never for them. But love is real. Love is more real than anything you can touch, anything you can see, anything you can feel in the physical world. It is not limited by human failure. It is not dependent on whether or not others have loved you well. It is not destroyed by rejection, by heartbreak, by loneliness. It is not erased by the pain of the past. It does not disappear just because you have been let down before. Some go through life believing they must earn love, believing they must strive for it, believing they must prove themselves worthy of it. They exhaust themselves trying to be good enough, trying to be lovable enough, trying to meet the expectations of others so that they will not be abandoned. They bend themselves into shapes they were never meant to fit into. They lose themselves in the pursuit of acceptance. They sacrifice their peace, their identity, their true selves in the desperate attempt to be chosen, to be wanted, to be loved. But love is not something you have to fight for. It is not something you have to beg for. It is not something you have to mold yourself into a different person to receive. Love is given freely. Love is not a prize for the perfect, not a reward for those who have met every expectation, not a treasure reserved only for those who have never made mistakes. Love is already yours. It has always been yours. It is not something you need to chase. It is not something that can be taken away. You are not forgotten, even if the world overlooks you. You are not abandoned. Even if people walk away, you are not invisible, even if you feel unseen. You are not unloved, even if human love has failed you. The love that surrounds you, the love that holds you, the love that never lets you go is greater than anything this world can offer. It is a love that sees you completely, that knows you fully, that accepts you as you are. It is a love that does not change, that does not waver, that does not depend on circumstances. It is love that will never leave you. Love that will never let you go. Love that has been with you from the very beginning and will remain with you until the very end. Your journey is not defined by others' expectations. From the moment you take your first breath, the world begins to place expectations upon you. You are told who you should be, how you should act, what you should desire, and what path you must follow to be considered successful. Society has a way of measuring worth through standards that were never meant to define you. The opinions of others shape the way many live their lives, pushing them toward decisions they never truly wanted, forcing them into roles they never chose, and leading them down roads that feel more like obligations than true callings. But no one else was meant to dictate the direction of your life. No one else was given the vision that was placed within you. No one else can walk your journey for you. There will always be voices trying to tell you what you should do. Family members who expect you to follow in their footsteps, friends who pressure you to conform, a culture that sets its own standards of success and failure. People will try to mold you into their idea of who you should be. They will push you toward paths that align with their own beliefs, their own fears, their own desires. And if you are not careful, you may find yourself living a life that was never truly your own. You may wake up one day and realize that every decision you have made was based on someone else's approval, someone else's opinion, someone else's expectation. But your life was never meant to be lived for others. It was never meant to be dictated by the shifting opinions of the world. It was never meant to be measured by someone else's definition of success. When you live according to what others expect, you begin to lose yourself. You begin to quiet your own desires. You begin to ignore the voice inside of you that is calling you towards something greater. You begin to settle into a version of yourself that feels safe, that feels acceptable, that feels comfortable for those around you, even if it leaves you feeling empty. But deep down, you know that you were created for something more. Deep down, you know that your purpose cannot be confined to the expectations of others. Deep down, you know that the path you are meant to walk is one that only you can choose. Walking your own path requires courage. It requires a willingness to disappoint people who wanted you to be something else. It requires strength to step away from what is familiar and into the unknown. It requires faith to trust that even when others do not understand your choices, even when they question your decisions, even when they doubt your direction, you are exactly where you are meant to be. It requires confidence to stand firm when the world tries to convince you that you are wrong. It requires a deep understanding that your journey is not about pleasing others, but about fulfilling the purpose that has been placed within you. Many are afraid to walk their own path because they fear rejection. They fear being judged. They fear the whispers of those who do not understand. They fear the loneliness that comes with stepping away from the crowd. They fear failure. They fear the unknown. They fear what will happen if they leave behind the security of others' approval. But fear is the enemy of purpose. Fear is what keeps people trapped in lives they were never meant to live. Fear is what silences dreams before they even have the chance to be spoken. Fear is what convinces people to stay in places that were only meant to be temporary. Fear is what keeps people from ever truly discovering who they were created to be. The world will try to tell you who you are. It will try to define you by your achievements, by your status, by your wealth, by your relations. It will try to place you into categories, into labels, into expectations that do not reflect the truth of who you are. But your identity is not found in the world's approval. Your identity is not defined by whether or not others understand your path. Your identity is not determined by how well you fit into the mold that others have created for you. Your identity is rooted in something far greater than human expectations. Walking your own path means trusting yourself. It means listening to the voice inside of you that is leading you forward. It means having the confidence to take steps even when you cannot see the whole picture. It means letting go of the need for validation. It means releasing the fear of what others will think. It means embracing the unknown with faith that you are being guided in the right direction. It means refusing to shrink yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. It means choosing to live with purpose rather than settling for a life of quiet resignation. There will be moments when doubt creeps in. Moments when the voices of others become louder than your own. Moments when you question whether you made the right choice. Moments when you feel the weight of expectations pressing against you, trying to pull you back into a life that no longer fits. But in those moments, you must remember that the path you are walking was never meant to be understood by everyone. The vision you carry was never meant to be seen by all. The purpose placed within you was never meant to be validated by the opinions of others. Some will not understand your journey, and that is okay. Some will question your decisions, and that is okay. Some will walk away when you refuse to meet their expectations, and that is okay. You were not created to live according to the approval of the world. You were not designed to fit into someone else's version of who you should be. You were meant to walk boldly in the direction that has been set before you without hesitation, without apology, without fear. Your journey is yours alone. It is unique. It is personal. It is unlike anyone else's. And that is the beauty of it. No one else has lived your experiences. No one else has carried your burdens. No one else has seen the world through your eyes. No one else has been given the exact combination of gifts, talents, and passions that you have been given. No one else can fulfill the purpose that has been placed within you. When you stop living for others' expectations, you begin to experience true freedom. You begin to step into the life you were meant to live. You begin to embrace your true self without fear, without hesitation, without the need for approval. You begin to trust that even when the road is uncertain, even when the path is difficult, even when the world does not understand, you are exactly where you are meant to be. There will always be those who try to pull you back. Those who tell you that you are making a mistake. Those who insist that they know what is best for you. Those who remind you of the expectations you have left behind. But you do not have to listen. You do not have to carry the weight of their opinions. You do not have to justify your choices. You do not have to explain yourself to those who are never meant to understand. You will face obstacles along the way. Challenges that test your strength. Moments that make you question everything. Seasons of uncertainty where you wonder if you have taken the wrong path. But every step you take is shaping you. Every challenge is preparing you. Every moment of doubt is an opportunity to grow stronger in your conviction. Every setback is a lesson, not a failure. Every detour is part of the journey. Comparison is one of the greatest thieves of purpose. Looking at the path of others and measuring your progress against theirs will only lead to frustration. Your journey is not meant to look like anyone else's. What is right for someone else may not be right for you. The timing of others' success has nothing to do with the timing of yours. The achievements of others do not diminish your own. The direction they take does not mean you should follow. True confidence is not found in the approval of others. It is not found in meeting the expectations of the world. It is not found in validation from those who do not see the full picture of your life. True confidence comes from knowing who you are, from trusting that you were created with purpose, from believing that your path is unfolding exactly as it should, from walking boldly in the direction that has been set before you, even when it does not make sense to others. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to be like everyone else. You were never meant to live a life dictated by the expectations of the world. You were meant to stand firm in your purpose. You were meant to embrace the journey that is uniquely yours. You were meant to walk your own path with confidence, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Peace is found in faith, not in people. From the time we are young, we are taught to seek comfort, approval, and reassurance from those around us. We are led to believe that peace can be found in relationships, in the validation of others, in the security of being accepted. But as life unfolds, it becomes clear that the peace found in people is temporary. People are unpredictable. They change, they leave, they fail to meet expectations. No matter how much someone loves you, they cannot be your source of lasting peace. No matter how deeply you trust them, they cannot carry the weight of your soul's longing for security. People are fragile, imperfect, and human. And when you place your peace in the hands of others, you will always find yourself disappointed. True peace does not come from being accepted. It does not come from being understood. It does not come from being surrounded by people who approve of your choices. If your peace is dependent on the opinions of others, it will always be fragile. It will always be at risk of being taken away by a change in circumstances. It will always be vulnerable to the shifting nature of human relationships. When you live for external validation, you are placing your well-being in something that is unstable. You are allowing the words, actions, and approval of others to dictate your inner world. You are giving away your ability to remain steady in the midst of change. Many people spend their lives chasing peace through external means. They search for it in relationships, believing that if they can just find the right person, they will finally feel whole. They search for it in success, thinking that achievement will bring them the sense of security they long for. They search for it in wealth, believing that financial stability will eliminate their fears. They search for it in distractions, numbing themselves to avoid the emptiness they feel inside. But no matter how much they acquire, no matter how many people they surround themselves with, no matter how much they try to control their circumstances, true peace continues to escape them. Peace is not found in the things of this world. It is not something that can be given or taken away by another person. It is not something that can be bought, earned, or achieved. It is something that must come from within. It is something that must be rooted in faith. It is something that must be anchored in a foundation that is unshakable. When your peace is rooted in faith, it is not dependent on external circumstances. It is not affected by whether people stay or leave. It is not shaken by the ups and downs of life. It does not waver when things do not go as planned. It is steady, constant, and unmovable. It allows you to remain calm in the midst of chaos. It gives you strength when everything around you is uncertain. It keeps you grounded when the storms of life threaten to pull you under. People will let you down. They will disappoint you. They will fail to meet your expectations. They will change. They will leave. They will misunderstand you. If your peace is dependent on them, then you will always be at the mercy of their actions. You will always be vulnerable to heartbreak. You will always be chasing something that can never truly be caught. But when your peace is found in faith, it is no longer something that can be taken away. It is no longer something that is fragile. It is no longer something that depends on anything outside of yourself. There will be times when you feel alone. Times when the people you once trusted turn away. Times when you are misunderstood, rejected, or abandoned. Times when life feels uncertain, when everything you once relied on seems to be falling apart. In those moments, you will be tempted to seek peace in others. You will be tempted to reach for validation, for reassurance, for something to make you feel safe again. But no matter how much comfort others may try to offer, true peace will never be found in them. True peace is found in knowing that you are not defined by the opinions of others. It is found in knowing that your worth is not determined by whether or not people accept you. It is found in knowing that your security does not come from human approval, but from something much greater. The world teaches that peace is something external. It teaches that if you can just change your circumstances, then you will feel at ease. If you can just get the right job, find the right partner, gain the right amount of success, then you will be happy. But this kind of peace is fleeting. It is an illusion. It is based on things that are temporary, things that can be lost in an instant. The moment something goes wrong, the moment someone leaves, the moment circumstances shift, that peace disappears. It was never real to begin with. True peace is found in something unshakable. It is found in the belief that no matter what happens, you will be okay. It is found in knowing that your foundation is secured. It is found in trusting that you do not have to live at the mercy of external forces. When your peace is rooted in faith, it does not matter what others say about you. It does not matter whether people accept or reject you. It does not matter whether life is going the way you planned or whether everything seems to be falling apart. Your peace remains. Your peace is steady. Your peace is unbreakable. The pursuit of external peace leads to exhaustion. It leads to a constant striving, a constant need to prove yourself, a constant fear of losing what you have worked so hard to gain. It leads to an endless cycle of seeking validation, of trying to meet expectations, of bending yourself to fit into a mold that was never meant for you. But the moment you release the need for external approval, the moment you stop chasing peace in people, you find a freedom that cannot be shaken. You no longer have to live in fear of rejection. You no longer have to base your worth on what others think of you. You no longer have to worry about whether or not people will stay. Your peace is no longer something that can be controlled by the shifting tides of human relationships. It is no longer something that can be threatened by the uncertainties of life. It is rooted in something far greater. There will be moments when the world tries to convince you that you need others to feel whole. Moments when you are tempted to believe that your peace is tied to whether or not people accept you. Moments when you feel pressured to seek validation, to prove yourself, to strive for approval. But in those moments, you must remind yourself that true peace is not found in the opinions of others. It is not found in relationships. It is not found in success. It is not found in the things of this world. True peace is found in faith. It is found in trusting that you are enough as you are. It is found in knowing that your worth is not dependent on anything external. It is found in believing that you do not have to seek approval to be at peace. It is found in releasing the need to control and surrendering the fear of what others think, in letting go of the endless striving for something that was never meant to define you. When you no longer seek peace in people, you begin to experience a different kind of freedom. A freedom that allows you to be yourself without fear. A freedom that allows you to walk away from relationships that do not serve you. A freedom that allows you to live your life according to your own purpose rather than the expectations of others. A freedom that allows you to trust that even when everything around you is uncertain, you are still standing on solid ground. You will face trials. You will face moments of loneliness. You will face seasons of doubt. But through it all, your peace remains because it is not rooted in people. It is not dependent on external circumstances. It is not something that can be given or taken away by the world. It is something that is within you. It is something that is unshakable. It is something that nothing and no one can ever take from you, ever take from you, ever take from you, ever take